What happens when Homer goes to New York? As a young man he came to New York. His camera was stolen while he was taking pictures. He calls the police and his suitcase is stolen. His wallet was stolen while he was eating a hot dog. A bird picks up his hot dog. Garbage fell from the sky on him. He flung a banana peel and was hunted down. He climbed the stairs and fell into the sewer. The Simpsons took a bus to New York. Homer woke up and tapped his legs, which he couldn't feel. Turns out they were the legs of a passenger in the back seat. The passenger stood up and looked at Homer. Homer finds his ticketed car. The wheels were locked. Homer couldn't get the screws off with his mouth. All he could do was sit in the car and wait. Passersby threw coins at him. He bought a skewer of grits from a stall and drank all the crab juice. Wanting to go to the bathroom, he went to the blue mailbox, but he was prevented from doing so. He had to sit in the car and twist his body. He went to the toilet on the top floor. He turns around and sees a traffic cop, giving his car another ticket. He gets in his car and drives away. And so Homer drove his car onto the road, causing a traffic jam. He drove up to the construction site, where the road was being built. Homer broke the car and the lock with a power drill. He drove in anger to the park, past the picnicking couples, broke the fence. He forced the wagon to stop and took his family. What happens when Springfield puts up surveillance? Homer wins a bet at the bar. Flanders' voice comes on the monitor. He'll have to give the money back to Moe. Homer's gonna get pelted with hail when he leaves the bar. Bart would be skateboarding and using the dog as a jumping off point. Flanders would be on the monitor, lecturing him. Bart got mad and threw down his board and bag. He took off his pants. He's moving around the yard with his bare ass. He's got a blind spot in the yard. Homer was making money off of the blind spots. People who don't want to be monitored gather here. They're racing here. Rod caught the blind spot with a mirror. Flanders realized Ted was in the blind spot. They played frisbee and set off firecrackers. Homer would put beef on his feet for foot roasts. Flanders shows up. He and Homer get into an argument. Old Moe poured gasoline on the ventriloquist dolls. Here the chief wears a dress. Flanders is persuaded by Homer. They decided to destroy the surveillance cameras. That's how they destroyed all the surveillance in Springfield. It all started when Smith put the nuclear waste in Homer's bag while he was eating. Homer came down to the station for a bite to eat. He left his bag on a chair. It caused a panic. The police arrived and strapped the bag to a bomb. They destroyed the bag with the bomb. The mayor decided to put surveillance on Springfield. What happens when Springfield runs out of bees? Homer turns into a cube after eating a bite of artificial honey. The only bees left will be crawling all over Lisa, but that's all because the bees have a strange disease called measles. Luckily, Lisa has a surviving female bee on her face. This female attracts many males. Lisa placed them in a flower room. She was delighted with the sight. Suddenly, a big iron ball came crashing down. It's Burns' team working on it. He's going to turn this place into a new stadium in front of the capitalists. The demands of the common man are so small. Lisa had to leave with the bees. Homer, who loved his daughters, saw it with his eyes and his heart. On the advice of a friend, he implemented a method. They put the queen bee with other species of bees. Homer waited for them to mate. Then he took Lisa to the hive and opened it. In a moment, a huge number of bees came out and swept through the city. Their target is a stadium that looks like a beehive. People in the stadium were attacked by bees. The announcer's microphone is occupied. Even the bee man was attacked. They even manipulated the screens to terrorize the crowd. The police could do no harm. In the end, the stadium became home to the bees, and the source of the evil, Burns, was punished by the bees.